Welcome to Bike Shows UK. Now you're looking at footage from last year's Day of Champions event at Donington Park, held just before the Bike Grand Prix to raise money for medical aid in the developing world. Lovely sunny event last year and everyone had a great time. Now this year, well, the weather wasn't quite so kind, but that didn't stop the crowds from turning up in their hundreds.
People are just arriving, there's loads of people flocking in, so it's really great, it's really exciting, and we're really glad the rain stopped. Loads of stuff going on all day. We've got things on track. Then we've got Randy Momola, who's going to be doing his world famous two-seater rides on the specially adapted MotoGP Ducati bike. We've got the pit lane open and the paddock open for people with paddock tickets, so they get to have a real good behind-the-scenes look at the way MotoGP operates. We've also got an infield full of marquees, and we've got quizzes going on, and it's just crazy, but it's good.
The wet weather couldn't dampen people's enthusiasm for the Day of Champions, and if you didn't fancy getting wet, you could try out some miniature bike racing inside. But what have people turned up for?
We're down here to watch the Day of Champions, like stunt shows, whatever's going on really. Get close to the stairs, get some autographs, plenty of souvenirs hopefully.
We usually try and get down for the Grand Prix, see some of the riders.
See what things that come by, you know, goods, t-shirts and that.
Hoping to see Susie Perry about if I can.
The autograph hunters, so you can see.
We made it an annual event.
Yeah, try and get in.
We've all got the same shirt on, that's a laugh, innit?
Probably see people go around the track and probably some stunts really and stuff like that.
Mostly to try and see some of the stars, hopefully, you know, get a couple of autographs.
And you can have a chat with them and treat them as everyday persons.
Come to see all the big stars, really.
And give a bit of money to charity, really. So we'll hopefully buy a little bit of something and support today's event.
On with the show and the Extreme Trials display team. You might actually recognise a familiar face there, Mr. Wayne Kershaw, who's the manager of the team. But we spoke to the riders to find out what they get out of the day.
I'm Dan Clark from the Extreme Trials display team. Basically we're here today at Donington Park at Day of Champions. It's charity do today. We've come here to do a bit of entertainment, and as you can see, everything behind you, we're going to be riding over and entertaining everybody.
I'm Martin Crosswaite, and basically what Dan says, we come down today, we're going to try and entertain the people. I don't know what sort of crowds are expecting, but we came here last year and it was excellent. So we're just going to try, as Dan says, come down, try and keep everybody happy and hope everybody has a good day. I
mean, trials basically, we're riding all weather, snow, rain, wind, everything, so it will be a little bit slippery on the grass, but we're a bit of throttle control, hopefully we can still do everything, so it should be good.
Over now to a voice, if not a face, that you'll recognise. It's Toby Moody, bike sport commentator, who explained that the charitable works go on all year round.
It's not just here at Donington Park that raises the money. There have been dinners all the way throughout the year. There's other helmet parks at British Superbike races, in the big bus that you may have seen around the circuits in the UK. I do my bit with the auction. We do our bit on the television telling people to come along. It's 10 quid to come into the paddock here today. It's another 10 quid for the people on the outside. But there's a limit on numbers here today, obviously, in the paddock. But we were a victim of our own success, that there were so many people coming into the paddock, and it got to a point last year it was a bit like this. But we've got to be cruel to be kind. But it's only a tenner. I mean, well, you know, it's 4 beers nowadays, and you can come and you can meet your heroes. And I'll never forget one year there was one guy got an autograph of Mick Doohan, and he was jumping around the place like some girl who's been chasing the Beatles since the 60s. And it just made me realise that one moment how lucky I am to work in this paddock and with these people and these superstars and these heroes. And I sort of feel as if I do this much, and I do this much compared with other people who are doing it 365 days a year, working non-stop for Riders for Health.
So, there are all kinds of people involved in this charity work, but one of the most well-known and the most involved in what they do is ex-GP racer turned TV presenter Mr. Randy Momola.
Well, I'm Randy Momola, and of course
I'm a Grand Prix winner by 13 Grand Prix, 54 podiums throughout my career. But today is a very special day. The one thing that's great about this charity is the fact that we have race bikes going around the racetrack, and yet the similar bikes, similar company manufacturers are building bikes to help people in Africa to transport people to doctors to the actual town. So it's wonderful. When you're part of a sport and the sport has given so much to you, it's always easy to give back, and especially if it's a cause for charity. My career started here back in 1979 racing in the ITV series, Shell ITV series, with people like Barry Sheen and Barry Ditchburn and Mick Grant and a lot of UK champions. So for me it was fantastic, always fantastic to come back to Donington. Donington really is the heart of racing. The British fans are wonderful. To come out to like a day today, as you know, this morning was raining quite hard, but for everybody to come out is wonderful.
The purpose of the event might be to raise money for charity, but that doesn't mean you can't have fun as well. And there were so many things going on, well, we didn't know where to look next. And they weren't all on two wheels either.
For me as a rally driver, this thing, it's probably better performance. It's really nimble. It's got like Riga adjustable suspension on. At the moment it's got a CBR 600 engine in it, which is just a standard engine putting under, I think, just under 100 brake horsepower. But the thing only weighs 350 kilograms, so you can wheel spin in every gear you want, and gravel and on tarmac it'll probably wheel spin in the first 3 gears, so it's very, very lively. From a driving point of view, from my point of view, it's very challenging to drive properly. Well, I started off on bikes doing trials riding on the Isle of Man, where I was brought up at 4 years old, so I've done the bike thing and enduros and motocross, and then I think from a bike point of view, if you've got that feeling, the feeling of grip and traction, it helps you drive in a car or anything. Just being aware, and this thing, it's probably bike performance in a car, if you can get that.
Well, it sounds good, doesn't it? And it must have sounded quite inviting to Jamie Dobb, World Motocross Champion, because he was out in one next.
I'm Jamie Dobb, a former 125 World Motocross Champion. I'm just here to come and check out these little hot buggies. I'm used to riding a 250 Honda 4-stroke, and obviously I believe these are 600 4-strokes. So there's a big difference, and obviously there's 2 more wheels, so it's going to take a bit of getting used to. Just knowing the feeling and like where to throw it into a corner and things like that, it's just, you know how to do it on a bike and things, but you're just not 100% sure like on one of these things.
The purpose of the day is to raise money to buy bikes which can be used to transport medical supplies in the developing world. But in the early days, the bikes just couldn't handle it, as the chief executive of the charity explained.
What we saw was a lot of motorcycles supposed to be used for health delivery, health service delivery, that were actually broken after 800 kilometres. So that's the problem we address. We run lots of motorcycles, or our teams run lots of vehicles for people involved in health, most of them motorcycles, in such a way they don't break down. What we use, if we can, is a kind of motorcycle called agricultural specification, just another kind of motorcycle. They're tough, they've got protection for the handlebar levers, they've got bash plates, all that, but they're not sports bikes. They're tough, but they're slow. This motorcycle and sidecar has a 200cc Yamaha, which is a small engine, especially when you bear in mind that it pulls this sidecar, which here you can see it's set up for sitting, which is for women in threatening labour. It's actually for pregnant women. It's easier, safer for them to sit down than lie down. So we know that sheer mobility, even if nothing else changes, will save a lot of people's lives. So that's what this day is all about. It's what Riders for Health is all about. And well, it needed doing, so we're doing it.
Well, that's the message, and helping to get it across on the day, some of the best known names and faces in British biking.
The job of the day is to organise everyone at the Victoria pub at Colville, and then we do the riding. We assemble here at 12 o'clock and then get on with the rest of the day's festivities.
Did the riding, good fun. Sadly, it's peeing it down with rain and we all got drenched. Did 4 laps of the Donington track, which was quite entertaining, watching people fall off.
It's fantastic for everybody involved. Obviously, it's a very, very good cause, which is the most important part of of the day, really, you know, and there's some fantastic things here for the public to go and see.
I think it must be the only circuit in the world that would allow 400 riders out there to ride round, and they're all so impeccably behaved. It was damp today as well, and everybody got round safely. It was fantastic, but it's just great to see the track jam-packed with bikes.
You know, 2,000 people getting to go around the paddock, something which you pretty much can't do, obviously, over the race weekend.
No, it's really good day, really.
It's all about getting people that are on the other side of the fence in to meet the riders and us, and just have a good day, organise events, have a bit of fun. It's all about fun, enjoying it, mixing with the people, and making a few quid at the same time for a really good cause.
Bike racers tend to be men of few words. They let their actions do the talking for them. But someone who's never stuck for something to say, apart from me, is bike sport commentator Toby Moody.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to have any voice by the time we even start the race on Sunday. We're going to have rally carts in a few moments' time with our Fireblade engine in the back of this sort of rally cart. And then this evening with the auction, I'm going to be speaking to some riders and maybe auctioning off some gloves, some helmets, some leather, some boots as part of Valentino Rossi's Gauloise Yamaha that's up for grabs. So I think that's going to go for a couple of quid, isn't it?
And we'll see just what happened at the auction later in the show. But how did someone who was involved in organising the auction and virtually everything else on the day think things were going?
We're all really busy, but really enjoying the day as well. We found out from the gate that there's all the tickets have sold. We've had at least another 3,000 people turn up just on the day. That added to the tickets we'd already sold. It means it's great. There's just full of people, and we hope that everyone's having a great time. We are, even though we're busy, but we're enjoying it, so that's good.
And I'm having a great time. So there'll be more from the Day of Champions at Donington Park after the break.
Julian Ryder in pit lane at Donington on Day of Champions, the Thursday before the British Grand Prix. A day you really can't miss.
Welcome back to Bike Shows UK, and rather than me explain all the exciting stuff that's yet to come, I thought I'd let somebody else do it. The well-known voice and face of Mr. Julian Ryder.
Normally, this time on a Thursday, there's nobody here. Riders are just drifting in. Mechanics will be in the garages, you know, uncrating the bikes. It's just there's a lot more people here to watch them doing it. All we're doing is providing the money for motorbikes for the health workers and train them, not just to ride them, but vitally to maintain them, which has never been the case before in international aid. Don't forget, it was started by Randy Mamela, Kevin Schwantz has been out. Quite a few of the big guys have been to see what they're working for.
And speaking of celebrities, a couple of the biggest names in biking were having a go on four wheels. Rally driver Martin Raw explained exactly what they were in for.
As soon as you touch the loud pedal, it's like, whoa, what is this? And you sort of give it respect. I think, you know, anyone coming along with experience, they'll be really challenged to get the thing round here without spinning and really quick lap. You've got to be really disciplined with the throttle and the steering and everything. So it is really challenging for anybody. We've got two celebrity riders coming along, and I think you'll have, you know, a bit of a problem getting them out of the thing, because I know for a fact they'll love it. They really will love it.
Hi, I'm Jeremy Williams. I ride for Aprilia MotoGP, and we're here at Donington Park for the British Grand Prix. I'm Ruben Zaus, and I'm coming from Spain. I was born in '78, so I'm 26, and I'm here racing MotoGP with the Ducati team, Dan Team MotoGP. Super fun. I think it's a little bit unfair because I didn't get to practice, but you know, c'est la vie. I was fourth. Yeah, I just came here to watch because I didn't want to race because it's going to be dirty and everything. But as soon as I smelled fuel, I just jumped in, and well, it was nice, it was fun. I mean, the steering was going everywhere, not where I wanted, but everywhere else, but not the straight position. But it was fun, really fun. I'd like to say we'd be up in the top 10 this weekend, but from our past results, I think that could be quite difficult to achieve. I think if we can score points like I have been in the last 2 or 3, I'll be happy again. We've had 6 races in 8 weeks. This is the first time we're going to get a break after Donington for a while, so I'm looking forward to 3 weeks off and trying to recover from all the injuries. I don't know, I hope it's sunshine and I hope it's going to be good because it's a long time of riding here. Last time was 201 when I ride in Superbike for the first time. And I've got good remembers here, so I'll try to learn the track again and just try to enjoy to do a good race here for the English fans.
But now over to a part of the day the fans have been waiting for, the Randy Mamola pillion ride.
Randy gave us a quick 10-minute talk about what he was going to do. Obviously the track is a little damp, so he said he wouldn't be going for it top speed, but so I just seen him come past. He reckoned to get up to at least 130, but possibly 160 if it was dry enough.
Now that chap came by his dream pillion ride by winning a competition, but our next punter, well, he came by it a different way and at very short notice.
They left me a message on my mobile at 11 last night saying make yourself available for Donington today. Made contact with him and just ambled through into the circuit. He said, well, which one of you's going? I said, going where? I said, well, on the back with Randy Mamola. And the rest is just unfolded, really, and it's over to him now.
Having never been on a bike before in my life. So. Go with it, basically, and hang on for dear life. When it breaks, hang on. Oh well. It'll be an experience.
Could have been me.
It's alright. Getting used to it anyway. I'm a bit hot though.
Well, if he was feeling hot in the pit lane, just wait till he's holding on for dear life on the straight. But what did the competition winner think of his ride? Well, he was blown away.
The acceleration is just unbelievable.
What's the braking
like? The thing just dips and you can feel the back end start to do this, and the force is just, you can't describe it, you have to experience it, you really do. I thought I could brake hard on my bike, but it's not a patch compared to that.
Oh man.
That is absolutely awesome.
Well, if you couldn't win a competition, you could always buy your dream pillion ride, but could it possibly be worth up to £4,000? Well, some people seem to think it was worth every penny.
The best part to feel it is when you're like going down the main straight and you're going along and you're doing about 140, 145 and you go under the bridge and the front wheel steps away because it dips and you're just so light, but you know you're driving forward and it's so stunning the way that comes. And then you're thinking about that and feeling all that, and then he's put the front wheel down, but it's going like that because obviously it's coming from air, so it's biting to find a spot. You're thinking about that and he's suddenly braking and you're braking so hard that you're holding on with all your life, trying not to headbutt him or knock him out so you can go into S's. And then you're thinking about that and he's on one wheel just going waving at the crowd nonchalantly. It's just incredible.
That was crazy. You gotta get me one of them.
Well, no amount of money would actually buy you a two-seater Ducati Grand Prix bike, so what is the purpose of these pillion rides?
Normally it's to do for press or for VIPs, actors or something like that, but they've allowed us for the last couple of years to use this here at the Day of Champions, and it's giving people the opportunity to feel what these bikes feel like, the power that they feel, the brake that the potential of the braking. And then you must try to imagine on Sunday's race 22 of them going into that first corner. This racetrack on our calendar is one of the slower ones. You imagine you do it at 320 kilometers, 330 kilometers per hour, which is 205, 210 mile an hour, and you're entering these corners. Again, like with anything, if you start out doing these kind of things when you're young, fear is not built in. It's taken out, and it's a wonderful sport, as you know. We have a great championship, and this for us over the years to kick off the Donington or to kick off the British Grand Prix is a wonderful start.
It had been a great day, and if you were after a souvenir, there was no better place to find one than the auction held on site in the exhibition centre. I bet Emma wishes they were selling umbrellas.
The most expensive thing that's gone so far tonight is Colin Edwards leathers for £5,100, so that's great. Sete set it off, which he volunteered to kick off proceedings at 5 o'clock, so that was great. Most of the riders will be appearing until about 7:30, and then after that it'll be the smaller stuff, and people can just pay a few pounds and get little bits and pieces, so everyone can walk away with something if they want to.
So as the auction went on into the evening, let's just remind ourselves of all the bike sports celebrities who've given their time for such a great cause.
A really great thing, because we're trying to help the people that cannot manage it themselves and they've got no support from anyone else. And the riders with our, I don't know, our famous thing, how you say it, you know, I mean, for me it doesn't count much, and it's so easy to come here and try to help everyone out.
All the money that comes in gets spent in a very correct way, and you can be assured that that happens. So hopefully 3, 4, 5 more years, I don't care, I'm ready.
Their efficiency in using the money they get for keeping medics on the road in some incredibly difficult terrain.
It's a super charity. It's a busy day for all the riders, and they all give up their time quite willingly, so you know, it's a good day.
There's a girl over there wearing all the Valentino Rossi kit, and I'm just thinking, I hope she gets his autograph today, because it won't make a day, it'll make a year. And I was that fan when I was 8 years old or so. It's brilliant that people can get so close.
And they did, but which ones out of the biggest names in biking were the most sought after?
Well, you got Rossi, Biaggi, Gibonell.
Rossi, or maybe McDowan.
Got Max's autograph last year and Valentino's the year before, and see who else we can get this year. Come on, down. Rossi.
Who else?
Rossi, Valentino.
Valentino, Sete and Carlos Checo, I suppose.
Hodgson. And Max is the guy for us.
I'm supporting Hodgson anyway.
Well, at least there's one. But that's it from a soggy but successful Day of Champions at Donington Park. See you next time on Bike Shows UK.
There's real storms and there's a lot of flooding, but we've waded through it, and yes, we're all a bit bedraggled, but you know, it's all good fun in the end.